When it comes to investing, different people will have different goals, different expectations. For some, it might be creating wealth. For some, it might be creating enough funds for your retirement. For some, it could be financial freedom, or for some, it could be just a matter of passion. Whatever be the reason you are investing, the first thing, the very most important thing is getting started. Now, many people will have this doubt like, am I qualified enough? Do I require a degree in finance, or do I need to be an expert to start investing my own? No, you don't. You don't need to be an expert in any field. Of course, you require a basic understanding about accounting principles, basic understanding about how business work, but you don't need to be an expert. In order to be a great investor, you need a different set of skills. What are those? Let's see. The first requirement is passion. A passion for knowledge. A passion to know what's happening around in business. A passion to know what's happening around in the economy. A passion to know how technology is changing business. See, if you see a particular business, however small it could be a kiosk. If you are a kind of person who think what the business model could be, how much this guy would be earning, is he earning enough? Or if you are a kind of person who reads business dailies like Economic Times or Business Standard just for the knowledge part of it, you are not planning for investing, you are not planning to start any business, you just want to know what's happening around. For that sake, if you are reading business dailies, if you are already doing it, I would say half work is done. See, because this passion for knowledge is a prerequisite when it comes to investing. For others, the journey is going to be short and too boring. When it comes to investing, reading plays a major role. It is said that legendary investor like Warren Buffett used to read hundreds of pages per day. If you want to be a good investor, a great investor, you should be spending at least 2 to 3 hours reading. It could be your daily newspapers to know what's happening around the world. It could be financial dailies to know what's happening in the industry. It could be books like The Intelligent Investor, and most importantly, annual reports. You need to be, in order to understand a company, you need to read at least 3 to 4 annual reports, and each of these annual reports will have at least 200 to 300 pages. And believe me, if you are not passionate enough, it's going to be really tough. Emotional control. Whether you are a trader or you are an investor, if you are in stock market, this is the most important aspect. For example, if you are a trader, you need to do your research properly. You need to identify a bunch of companies, and you need to set your stop loss and target. Whether the trade hits a stop loss or you make a profit, it shouldn't affect your emotions. You shouldn't be overly joy, or you shouldn't have panic. Whether you should have a rational behavior, whatever be the outcome. The important thing is getting your strategies right. The same applies to investing as well. You need to do your research properly. You need to study the annual reports of the companies. You need to identify a bunch of companies and build a portfolio, and watch this portfolio grow. Once the portfolio is set, periodic reviews needs to be done. Only if you are convinced that the business or the management is failing, you need to think of selling that company. Legendary investors say that you shouldn't be thinking of selling a share. Once you have bought that share, you shouldn't be thinking of selling it for at least for 10 years. It's okay if you have an exit strategy. For example, you are buying a share for 10 rupees. You are planning an exit at 100 rupees. Okay, if this share reaches 100 rupees, I will make an exit. I will take a profit and I will make an exit. If you have a clear exit strategy, that's okay. But the thing is that if you have done your proper research, and if you have a company, if you have invested in a company that has potential to grow, you After you sell this share, you might have to watch this share go on to become a multi-bagger. Okay, at that time you shouldn't have any regrets. See, I don't want to sugarcoat. Investing or being a good investor, a great investor, is a serious process. You need to put in a lot of money, time, and dedication. See, you can start investing with as low as 100 rupees. But before you put that 100 rupees in any company, hours of work, hours of research need to be done in order to identify that single company. Watching that rupees 100 grow into a multi-bagger like 1000 rupees or 2000 rupees require a lot of patience also. If it was so easy, everyone could have been a millionaire, right? But if you are really serious about it, if you are really passionate, and if you could handle any situation in a rational way, you are ready to start the journey. As the first step, I strongly suggest to read two books. One is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham and One Upon the Wall Street by Peter Lynch. See, there are some people who say these books are too old, the market dynamics have changed, their philosophies won't work anymore. Maybe, but these are classics. You need to read these books, if not for knowledge, you need to read this at least to know how they did it. Or you could read this to just test your level of commitment and seriousness towards investing, because these two books combined has around 1000 pages. So happy reading. I'll be back with another video. Stay healthy, stay invested.